Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRIENDS and Baltimore, RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news. What if I told you that the Ravens could be on the verge of pulling off one of the most impactful trades we've seen in recent NFL history? Rumors are swirling around that Baltimore might be eyeing a blockbuster move involving Penei Sewell, the Lions' star offensive tackle, in a deal that could shake up not only the AFC North but the entire league. The Lions, currently sitting at 7-8 with plenty of cap space, around $20 million, are reportedly looking to make some bold moves to accelerate their rebuild. And the centerpiece of that potential trade? Sewell, who's been nothing short of a dominant force on the O-line this year. Sources close to Adam Schefter and Diana Rossini have leaked that Detroit, grappling with a tough season and a grim 7-8 record, is considering trading Sewell for a first-round pick in 2026, plus a reserve edge rusher from the Ravens. The Lions are clearly feeling the pressure of their defense, which has been leaking points all season, allowing 26 points per game, and an offensive line that's been inconsistent at best, surrendering a staggering 35 sacks over 15 games. That's almost 2.5 sacks per game, which is unacceptable for a team with playoff aspirations. So, Detroit is looking to inject youth and talent into their trenches, and Sewell fits that bill perfectly. This potential trade echoes the blockbuster move last year when the Buccaneers acquired Tristan Wirfs, which ended up boosting their efficiency by roughly 15% in EPA per pass attempt. Sewell's addition to the Lions could have a similar impact, especially because he's been playing at an elite level in 2025. His PFF overall grade sits at a staggering 95.0, which ranks him first among all tackles. His pass blocking grade is solid at 79.0, but it's his run blocking that truly stands out, scoring a near-perfect 96.9, the best among offensive linemen this year. And he's been flawless in pass protection, allowing 0 sacks in 15 games while only giving up 15 pressures. That's an incredible stat line for a lineman who's been a mainstay on the field with a snap count of 98%. Sewell's been a game changer, boosting the run game and providing the stability that any offense desperately needs. His career since 2021 has been nothing short of exceptional. 3 Pro Bowls, just 8 sacks allowed over nearly 200 snaps, and a career PFF grade averaging around 95. His run blocking is consistently top tier with an average grade of 92.3, and he's even helped elevate yards after contact for running backs by +1.2 yards per game. What's more impressive is that Sewell has suffered no injuries in 2025, a rare feat for an offensive lineman, and his consistency has been remarkable. Take his Week 3 game against the Bears, where he scored a PFF grade of 98.7, truly a testament to his dominance. Comparing him to Trent Williams, Sewell has displayed similar elite grades above 90 for 3 straight years, making him one of the premier tackles in the league. Now, why would the Lions even consider parting ways with Sewell? Well, their current cap situation is a big factor. They're facing a cap crunch that's pushing them to prioritize extending Jared Goff, who needs around $30 million. By trading Sewell, Detroit can acquire multiple draft picks and young players to rebuild their roster from the trenches outward. Their defense has been battered by injuries, especially in the secondary, with 3 cornerbacks and safeties sidelined, which has contributed to their struggling 28th ranked defense, allowing 26 points per game. They're desperately seeking depth on the offensive line, but with their current cap constraints, adding young talent through a trade makes a lot of sense. The Ravens, with their strategic cap management, could offer assets, perhaps a reserve edge rusher and some draft capital, that would help Detroit in their rebuild without jeopardizing Baltimore's core. So, what would Sewell bring to the Ravens? Well, imagine Sewell lining up on the right side of the offensive line, acting as an invincible shield for Lamar Jackson. His presence would project a plus 20% increase in pocket time, extending Lamar's ability to read the field and make those deep throws we all love. It could reduce sacks drastically, going from 42 sacks allowed per year to around 25. That's a huge difference, especially considering how much Lamar's mobility and pocket presence can be affected by consistent pressure. Sewell's elite run blocking, averaging 110 yards per game on the ground, would turn Baltimore's rushing attack into a true juggernaut, with lanes opening up like autoestradas and boosting their yards per carry to around 48 to 50 yards, giving Derrick Henry even more room to operate. This kind of upgrade would also elevate Baltimore's efficiency in key metrics like EPA per pass, which could see an increase of roughly plus 0.10, especially against aggressive fronts like those posed by Micah Parsons and the Cowboys. Sewell's ability to create lanes, adding plus 1. 2 yards per contact for the running backs, would make the Ravens' rushing attack even more formidable, turning Baltimore into a top 10 rushing team and significantly improving their overall offensive ranking. His presence would allow the Ravens to sustain drives longer, reducing the number of possessions and keep the defense fresh and rested. That's crucial because the Ravens' defense, ranked 8th in points allowed at just 18 per game, would benefit from a more balanced offense that can control the clock and keep the opposing offense off the field. And looking ahead to the playoffs, this move could be the X factor. Sewell's addition would likely catapult the Ravens' odds of winning the Super Bowl from around plus 1,200 to plus 600. That's a massive jump, making them a real contender. His elite pass protection would give Lamar Jackson the time he needs to execute deep play-action passes, especially against tough defenses like the Jets, which pressure quarterbacks at a 35% rate. Sewell's ability to mitigate pass rush and provide stability in the line would be a game-changer, especially in close games. This trade could set Baltimore up for a sustained offensive dynasty. Sewell, as a perennial cornerstone, would be the anchor of an offensive line that could help the Ravens chase multiple rings. With Lamar Jackson at the helm, a top-tier offensive line is essential, and Sewell's addition would solidify that unit for years to come. It's the kind of move that could elevate the Ravens from a playoff team to a Super Bowl favorite, especially if they can keep their cap in check and continue building around Lamar's unique skill set. As it stands now, Baltimore is sitting at 10-5, with a strong chance of clinching a playoff spot. But with the league's evolving defenses and the increased pressure on Lamar, bolstering the offensive line with someone like Sewell makes perfect sense. It's a strategic move that balances immediate impact with long-term sustainability, and it's exactly the kind of bold decision that could define the Ravens' future. Imagine Lamar with more time in the pocket, Derrick Henry running behind a wall of steel, and a defense that can rely on an offense that keeps them off the field. This is the vision that Sewell's trade could make a reality. The Ravens are known for their strategic moves and relentless pursuit of excellence. Adding Sewell would be a statement that Baltimore is not just playing for the present, but building a future dynasty. With the right pieces, they could turn the tide in the AFC North, making the Steelers and Bengals think twice about their postseason hopes. This could be the start of a new era for Baltimore, one where the offensive line is no longer a question mark but a true strength, and where every game feels like a step toward another Super Bowl. So fans, keep your eyes peeled. The potential of this Sewell trade is real, and it's one that could reshape the Ravens' destiny. The league is watching, and the Ravens are always ready to make a bold move when the moment calls for it. The future is bright, and if this trade goes through, Baltimore could be on a path to even greater glory. Stay tuned, because what's coming might just be the start of something special, another chapter in the Ravens' legendary story. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Baltimore Ravens news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Baltimore Ravens fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you believe Sewell could be the missing piece that pushes Baltimore over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Ravens. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Baltimore Ravens news. Let's keep the passion alive, and let's see what the future holds for our team. One thing's for sure, if this move happens, it could be the start of a new era of dominance for the Ravens, and I couldn't be more excited to see it unfold.